Hi everyone, and welcome to another English Scrum video lesson. I'm Andy. Today, we're going to talk about how to interrupt someone. This is an intermediate video lesson. First, let's listen to the dialogue together, and then we'll do a brief explanation and some pronunciation practice. Let's listen. Two salespeople are leaving next month. I have already talked to recruitment about this, and now I want to talk about our strategy to replace them. Sorry for the interruption, Roger, but before we move on, I need to add one thing. One of the accountants is also leaving in 2 months. I wasn't aware of that. Thanks, Bob. How was that, everyone? As you heard, we used some special phrases to interrupt. For example, we said, "Sorry for the interruption, Roger." Now notice we use the word "sorry for the interruption" because it's a fast way to interrupt. Also, because we want to be polite, we use the person's name, Roger. When you use the person's name, they usually stop talking and listen to you directly. We also used some more phrases, like these. But before we move on, I need to add one thing. This is also a very natural phrase. We don't only have to say, "I need to add one thing." We could say, "I need to say one thing," or "I need to mention one thing." This is a good way to have some variety in your phrases. So one more time, let's listen to the entire phrase for interruption. Sorry for the interruption, Roger, but before we move on, I need to add one thing. Now everyone, the intonation is very important in order to sound natural, but also to be understood. Let's practice the intonation of this long phrase. Please listen, please repeat. Sorry for the interruption, Roger. Sorry for the interruption, Roger. But before we move on, notice how this phrase's intonation stays in the air again, okay? I'll say that again. But before we move on, finally, I need to add one thing. As you heard, the last phrase, I need to add one thing, goes down with intonation. All right, everyone, let's listen again. Sorry for the interruption, Roger, but before we move on, I need to add one thing. With this intonation, everyone, you can sound very natural and you can interrupt in a professional and polite way. Please listen to the recording again until you get the intonation very smoothly, and please listen to the dialogue again until you can understand the dialogue completely. Thank you very much, everyone, and we'll see you in the next video lesson.